Today I wanted to welcome you into my home and take you on a tour of all the sustainable aspects we have implemented in this house over the past year. I was trying to think of a video to do to show you guys some easy eco-friendly hacks that I found that are easy to implement and get into your regular lifestyle, and then I just came up with too many. So I decided to go room by room through my house, and hopefully you see something that catches your eye and gives you that little burst of excitement to try at your home. I'm going to take you through my laundry, kitchen, bathroom and bedroom. But before we get started, I want to go through a few disclaimers. Firstly, I want everyone to know that even though I try to live as sustainably as possible, I am far from perfect. So please, if you see anything you think I should change, I should add or implement into my lifestyle, or if you have any other hacks or ways of doing things, comment below. Let's start a conversation. Sharing is caring. Secondly, I live with, let's say, 2 less environmentally aware people. So this means that sometimes implementing the habits and behavior changes and things into our household that I would like to do can be a little bit more tricky and need to be guided in a certain way. And thirdly, all of these changes should be fun. They shouldn't turn into chores. So first off, into a room that I am probably the most crazy about, but also has the most room for improvement, the kitchen. Now, despite there being a lot of cute, eco-friendly products that you can use and have in your kitchen, one of the biggest changes you can make is the unsung hero of the eco-friendly world, waste management. So there's a few things that might hurt your feelings here. Firstly, you're going to have to do some research on your local area, as what might be implemented where I live is not going to be the same for you, unfortunately. Also, you're going to sadly find a lot of things you thought were recyclable aren't. This being said, let's move on to ways that you can minimize the waste in your kitchen. One of the first steps I would take when you're trying to manage your waste in your kitchen is to create separate bins. So here I have got general waste, compost, and then a normal recycling bin. But then I go one step further, because if you do your research, you'll find out that a lot of things can't be recycled or need to be separated. I've actually got what I like to call my recycling station. And here, this is where I separate out the recyclable materials. And having it in this accessible area and tucked away so it's not all ugly actually encourages my housemates to use this as well. To talk quickly about food waste as well, I do have another video if you want to watch that one in full. I'll leave the link in the description. But basically, there's a common misconception that landfill acts as a giant compost. And the truth is, when food goes into landfill, it actually breaks down and releases methane, which is another greenhouse gas. So if you can, compost your food. If you don't have a composter or you don't have a garden, don't worry, you don't need a garden to have a compost. I'll leave a link in the description below to a composter that we sell, but you can also see on any of community pages, Facebook groups, if there's community compost, if your neighbor has a compost, and also save those veggie scraps. So we've talked about how to manage the waste once you've got it, but what can you do to prevent having the waste in the first place? When it comes to food waste, you can utilize and use a lot of food scraps for different things. So if you find that your bananas are going black, you can always freeze them for smoothies. You can use them quickly for banana bread. If you have stale bread, use them for croutons or breadcrumbs on top of mac and cheese. Freeze leftovers. You can freeze soups, stews, sauces. You can use citrus peel for DIY cleaning products. And with your veggie scraps, you can actually freeze them and then use them to make your own vegetable stock. Another tip for reducing your waste in the kitchen is getting your family to switch to reusable shopping bags. Now, you may have already done this. I don't know about you, but sometimes me and my housemates forget them a lot. So what I've done is we have some hooks next to our front door, and it's actually helped so much hanging all our bags up there. When you're leaving, they just jog your memory. But probably one of my favorite sustainable swaps and behavior changes is actually shopping in the right places. If you're lucky enough to have a bulk food store near you, shop there. You can buy nearly everything. So basically how a bulk food store works is you have your own container, you weigh it, you fill it up with whatever you want, you take it to the counter and pay, and you come home and then you use it. Same goes for farmers markets or markets in general, and growing your own herbs. herbs are nearly always found double wrapped in plastic. They're in boxes, bags. If you grow your own, you're wasting less because you only take what you need, you're not using any plastic, and it's so much nicer to be able to grow your own food. Although I did quickly skip over the eco products you can have, here are a few. So I use compostable bamboo brushes for the dishes, wooden treated chopping boards, and I am the biggest jar hoarder. But enough about the kitchen and onto the laundry. If it's possible, always try and invest in energy-saving, water-wise white goods. Some really good tips of minimizing your washing in the laundry is coordinate with your housemates and your household for when you're doing washes, so you do washes less. And also, if you've got things like a t-shirt for work or something and it's something you really need washing but there's nothing else to wash, hand wash it. There's also a few options with products. You can either opt for the eco-friendly option at your grocery store, so this could be it's in a cardboard box and it's made by environmentally friendly ingredients, or you can fill up at a bulk food store, or there are products such as laundry strips and soap nuts, and these are both great. You'll also fall in love with bicarb soda and vinegar. They get rid of everything with cleaning. And when it comes to stains on your clothing or on the carpet, the No Tox Life dishwashing block is actually really versatile and works so well on clothing and carpets too. There is another video I've done on this as well. From the laundry to the bathroom. Now I do have a full video on a zero waste bathroom, so I'll only skim through this so I don't have to bore any of you. But please welcome with open arms these sustainable swaps for your bathroom. Got shampoo and conditioner bars, soap bar and a soap bar bag, recyclable safety razor, and my favorite trusty replacement for makeup wipes, which is reusable cotton rounds. Little tip for you, I found that having certain items in easy accessible places for my housemates, I've actually seen them not buy makeup wipes. I am so happy. Makeup wipes are one of my pet peeves. And that's that warm, fuzzy feeling I'm talking about of when you can implement behavior changes in your household and you don't have to be ruthless and you can really gently introduce these to people living there as well. And it doesn't have to stop there in the bathroom. You can even make your own products. Some of these DIY products are so easy. You get a tiny little eco-warrior kick every time you make them. And last but not least, I want to show you my bedroom. Now you might be thinking, what is sustainable in the bedroom? Basically, I'm preaching to all the thrifting kings and queens out there, as my bedroom is a secondhand sanctuary. I'd say roughly 80% of my clothing is pre-loved, and if it didn't fit or if it was old and didn't fit, I've adjusted it and made it fit basically. Secondhand does not have to mean just clothes. So nearly all my furniture in my room, apart from my bed, is actually secondhand as well. If we take a look at my nightstand, I also make my own room and linen spray, and this really helps me when I go to sleep, as I personally find it really hard to turn off at nighttime. And I have my trusty DIY lip balm as well. So like this video and subscribe if this helped you a little bit on your own sustainable journey. If you have any other comments or suggestions, as I said, please leave a comment, send us an email, message us on any of our social media channels. We love chatting with you guys and hearing all your ideas. As always, this video is brought to you by Zero Waste Cartel, and we publish videos on sustainable living every Friday. My name is Alice, and thanks again for watching.